thing to see. Talk amongst them.
Only just a few seconds into this.
Okay, so I figured, yeah, we better be able to see this.
It's the 4th of July.
It's the 4th of July.
We've been having a good time. We went to a breakfast at church, helped.
Made eggs, 15 dozen eggs.
We cooked eggs. We didn't make them. The chickens made the eggs. Right? And we got them prepared. Okay. So it went well, and then we came back home and took care of a few things that needed taken care of.
And had some company, and it was fun.
Yep.
Had a nice lunch together.
Exceptional lunch. And now we've been working on the 12 weeks to Heartiness, getting the pieces and parts ready to go for that. A lot to do. We're going to make it. It's a lot of work. I know that any of you who have produced books or have
Hi Janet, hi Renee,
had a YouTube channel, have done something to where you had to do a lot of work to put it together, you know what we're faced with. I mean, we've just moved. We can't say that forever, can we? But we moved a few months ago, so we're still acclimating to that. But the time that we put into our YouTube channel, and now there's 12 weeks to Heartiness, it's a lot of time, tremendous amount of time. And it's a challenge sometimes to keep up with all the other tasks that need to be done. So we were racing around, we were watching the clock, and then we both forgot, and then all of a sudden an alarm went off in Linda's head. And she realized that we better get busy.
I can't pick it up. I can't seem
So we're not showing up live? We have 3 people who are looking at it.
I
So
know.
obviously somebody can see
I
it.
gotta figure it out. I don't know what's going on.
Thank you. You're looking in the
I
wrong
can
place.
see it on here though.
Yeah, you're looking in the wrong place. So,
Yeah.
So anyway, hello for those who have joined. So she's going to get us to where we can see it. So what's the first thing you want me to talk about?
I want you to talk about our house.
Hey, happy 4th, everybody. I didn't say that. It's been a great
Everybody
day
else
so
has
far.
said it.
Yes. This is a wonderful holiday. So you want me to talk about the house? We did have a request.
Just a sec. Well, no, go ahead. Go ahead. Talk about the plumbing first, because.
Okay. Well,
go ahead.
Mary Ann wanted to know a little bit about our house. That, I walked away from it the first time we looked at it because I wasn't looking for a project quite at this level. There's a lot, and in fact, some people who know about it have wondered if we were just going to scrape it off. I wish we could afford to do that. Really, what we can afford to do is fix it a little bit at a time. But it's a house that does have bones. It's here. It's capable of having a lot done to it. But parts of it, all of it's relatively old. Parts of it are really old. So the really old parts are old enough to still be laughing plaster, and it's kind of like the central part of the house. So a lot of work there for us to do to get that to the point that it's in good shape.
I'm sorry, I cannot get this to open on my
Do you want me to
channel.
do it? And you talk?
Well, I've clicked every button there is to click.
I'll click a few more buttons. Why don't you talk?
Okay.
So shifts over here.
Okay, so I'll do that. So we did walk away from this house, and one of the things that really made us walk away, I'm going to walk over and show you. So come with me. I'm going to walk over, and I'm in the kitchen right now, and I don't know whether you're going to be able to see this, but down on the floor, when you get right here, you sink. And apparently they had a water leak underneath there with some renters. And so they went under and lifted it up, only they lifted it up too much. And so there's this ridge.
Well, that's our guess. I think there may be something else going on, but
then we look down there, and everything is just mishmash together with the plumbing.
Only one of us have had the nerve to crawl under the crawl space.
I will never, ever crawl under there. It just won't happen. So anyway, so we have to pull this entire kitchen floor up, letting it come up all the way, so that it's just,
Well, there's not a lot of
bones.
space to work down
It's
there,
just
and
a
from
crawl
what I
space.
could see and what I've been told is that for part of the kitchen, there's no way to get into it from that particular crawl space. I haven't finished. I'm still working.
Maybe try live stream, but I think that turns it on.
I don't think that's what.
I don't know what's happened. It won't let us go on to when we normally can see you guys and see all your questions and everything. It's weird. So wait until winter before you get under there to avoid the snakes. Yes.
Yeah, that's a good choice.
We have really thought about that.
It's not on my schedule till later in the year. We have enough to keep us busy till then. I need to get into it before it gets too cold to do it, but
Yes, it's like this old house. Absolutely.
yes.
And but this we feel like needs to be taken care of first because it's like the bones. So we're going to pull it back and redo the plumbing while it's open and we can see it. Don't have to crawl under there. And the really scary thing is that in the living room, okay, I'll show you. Come with me. In the living room, when we were feeling over by the walls, though, I'm going to show you this lovely 19, I don't know, whatever's paneling that's up here really dark, which I was going to pull out the first day, but I can't, and I'll explain why. So down on the bottom, we started pulling it out right here, and we felt cold air. And do you see that? Do you see this? That's the crawl space where snakes could come up. Yeah. So cover that up because we live in an old house. Hope I didn't make everybody dizzy. Nothing's working, is it, over there?
I'm not sure why it's not
Yeah,
showing
it's weird.
up. It's kind of.
So just ask your questions on here and we'll be able to see. We don't expect a whole lot. They're asking their questions.
Oh, you're seeing their
I'm
questions?
seeing their questions, yeah.
Oh, good.
And there's only 4 people on. It's the 4th of July. We didn't expect people.
Okay.
So we appreciate all the people we get. Anyway, so the flooring is like, and the walls. So, and Marianne heard that we had lath and plaster and she goes, "You are going to freeze." And I'm like, yes.
Well, when we got here, it was pretty cold
It was
still.
cold.
And
And it was cold.
It was cold. What's interesting is perhaps it's the lath and plaster. My theory is that the crawl space is not heated. So cold air is down there and it can come up through the walls and through the edges of the floor like Rena was showing you, so it comes up there. There is a fireplace in that part that has the
very
lath and
nice one.
plaster. And when we had it on and it was heating, the air would rise. Well, it's a 2-story part of the house right there. It has an attic area. It's a finished attic, and the hot air was
Kinda.
rising up in there. And it's slight. It doesn't hold the air. I think there's some places where the hot air could escape. So the hot air was rising up into that area because whenever we went up there, it
You
was
could
very
go up there and it
warm.
was toasty.
And it was cold down where the fireplace was. I mean, it wasn't bad, it wasn't horrible, but it was a lot warmer upstairs. The further you got away from the fireplace, the colder it was, that's for sure. But as you got up into the attic, and it just has one of those pull down, fold down stair things that we need to replace. So that needs sealed up better up there. The lath and plaster replaced with real insulation, real walls, so that it can hold the temperature better and not let the air escape or come in. But we were pulling the cold air in the crawl space up into the room as the hot air went up into the attic and then out through wherever it could get
so
out.
we were really just,
So yeah, we were heating the roof and the outside.
So this is what we plan to do.
But I will say this: our bedroom and the other rooms, which aren't as affected, they're
not as
newer.
old.
They're
They're
more
newer.
modern. The
Yeah.
walls are more modern. The construction is more modern. Kept warmer.
Yeah, they
better.
stay nice. So what we're gonna do is go up into up into the attic, and it has 2 little rooms up there, and we're going to fix those up. Can after you shore it up do spray in foam insulation?
Yeah, we're still looking at what we going to be able to do on that. But yeah, we'll see. I mean, that's really the best way to go.
Yeah, they
with
say
most
that
of
if you take and you put in just the, fiberglass stuff in your walls after you've taken out your lath and plaster, that after a few years it just sinks into a pile in the bottom, even if you put it in. And so they don't suggest doing that. Anyway, someone said, make the attic into our master bedroom. Actually, we're going to make the attic into our office and our craft and sewing room. And we're going to take down that little attic thing and put in a regular little staircase with a bookcase underneath it. And
bookcase.
I mean, a sitting area
We'll
underneath the bookcase. Have I not showed you the Pinterest?
No, you have not.
It's really cute.
It's not real very nice roof overhead. It's a
We
great
are,
roof.
and I will show you that fireplace because we love the fire. It is got a wood inset, except this room is pretty dark. So let's see if you can see it. Okay, so here's our fireplace. Oops, like that, and then it goes clear onto the ceiling, and it's in really nice shape. It's really, really nice. So we like that a lot. This wall right here that is in between this little thing, all of this, that's all coming out. And this is all going to be one open room so that it makes a bigger, better size living room area. Yes.
Hey, I don't know why it's working differently. I know they make changes from time to time,
We'll
and
have
maybe
to
that's
see.
changed. That you
But
can't
I can
your own
see on
live,
here. So I think from now on,
which we
we'll,
weren't able to do before.
yeah,
so.
I think we'll go on and do the lives from there.
Okay,
Anyway,
that'll help.
so what has everybody done? Oh, there's only 2 people on right now. Okay. It's okay. We were going to do an abbreviated one today because it was a holiday. I hope you've had a really good 4th with your family. That's what it's about. We don't have family here, but we adopted a family.
Which has been kind of
And
nice.
they
I mean, they
adopted
don't
us.
have family
Yeah,
locally
so
either.
it's been really
It's
nice.
been good for both of us.
So anyway,
In fact, I saw you slip in that grandma encouragement in there instead of.
I did.
Yeah.
I did. Hey, his grandma isn't here. So, but it's okay.
It is okay.
So anyway, so just a little bit more about the house. So we're gonna put in, we don't know what we're gonna put in on the floor, but we're putting in, I think people just forget to touch on the little thumbs up thingy.
Yep, absolutely. We appreciate that. That helps.
Thank you very much. Hey, A. Downing, could you type what your first name is so I can call you something besides A? Because I'm always saying, A. Downing said this and A. Downing said that.
All right, go ahead. You were doing good.
So anyway, on the house, we are going to make sure we're not going to have any carpet. We're going to have stuff that can be lightly vacuumed and swept and cleaned really good to keep all the critters and the chiggers and the ticks and stuff out. In the living room, we're not having a normal couch. We're having more of a pew or a really cool bench that'll have a pillow type cushion on it with pillows on the back.
So when people come to visit, they're not getting so comfortable, they want to stay a while? or
No,
what?
that's not why.
Oh.
Because this room will be a longer, narrower room, and fat furniture doesn't look good in there. That's one of the reasons.
Yep.
The second reason is our dog, which we will never have an outside dog again when our poor Oliver passes, but it's
An
got
inside.
an inside dog. We won't ever have an inside
Unless
dog.
he's always inside, but that doesn't work.
Because he brings in the things from the outside. So we don't want him on the couch. So we will have the cushions off and, oh, she's Abba. I've seen that. We will take the cushions off when he is just in the house and can get up on the furniture. And then when we're ready to sit down and watch a show or have company, we put them back on. And that way everything stays clean and neat. The paneling will all come off. I would love to do
Shiplap.
shiplap. That's what I'd love to do. But in any case, it's going to be a white woody type look to it. So it doesn't look like 70s.
Yeah, we're gonna be patient with ourselves. We're gonna do it right, do it as we can, and get it put together nice in amongst all the other things that we're
It'll be
doing.
great, and we're fine with it. We have a lot on your plate, so you'll be busy for a while, and I'm sure it will be beautiful when it's done. Thank you,
Yep.
Janet.
Yep.
Yep, it'll brighten it up a whole lot, Mary, once we get this white in there. And like I say, I planned on it being out immediately, but we just can't finance it all, so it's just totally fine. We're fine with it.
It's good that we can't finance it because I can only do so many projects at once.
This is true. This is true.
Not that I'm lazy. It's just they all take time.
Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and have this one be a short one. And we hope everybody has a good 4th and continue to have a good 4th. And we will just show you our projects as we get them done. Our animals are doing amazing, and
I'm able to pet the pigs when they're eating.
Yeah?
So
Oh. They would eat him if they could. It took me almost 20 years, but
Yep.
she's single.
Yep.
Yeah.
no, absolutely. And
All right.
you've got to be patient with yourself.
Thank you so much. Bye-bye.